Well, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to some more Urbek City Builder. Now, you may be looking at the screen and wondering to yourself, why are we back here at the beginning setting up a new map? Yours truly forgot to save the original one we started a couple of days ago. I am an idiot, so basically what I've decided to do is start again, but I'm going to do a bit of a speed run at the beginning to basically get it to the point where we had the last map. Linked above is last episode. I'd still go and watch it, my friends, because we're still picking up from where we were. It's just a slightly different map and it's going to look slightly different. But yeah, I'm going to shut up now. Just really enjoy the speed build. Just enjoy this little part at the beginning, and then we will jump in and do a live section. Hope you don't mind. Just how the cookie crumbles. I'm a prat. And so now we are back, my friends. I really apologise for what has happened. Obviously, me being the utter idiot I am and not saving the original map that we started. But you know what? We'll go from here. We'll do this one now. I'm going to keep it in daylight hours. I know we had the day-night cycle going last time, but I think it makes sense to kind of do it with the daylight hours. Just makes the game a little easier to see. So I think I've got this to the point where we had it last time. Okay, obviously it looks a bit different, but other than the way it looks, I think we've actually got it to a point where it's very similar. So we're going to be working towards the tenant houses. Basically we need the village house, so we need to find out how we need to get those upgraded. So we need another farmhouse basically. Once we've got that, then we can get to the tenant houses, which just means we need to do a little bit of work over here. Now as far as the resources are concerned, we could probably do with adding some more farms anyway, so I think that's probably the first thing that we'll press ahead with, and we'll add some road in and get some more farms going basically. So I'm gonna try where I put all of the the lumber huts this time. I'm going to try to leave those little blocks of trees basically. We're not going to touch those. So all these trees along here, we're not going to build along the coast. We're going to leave it there. So if I take a road up to it, that's it. That's where the road stops. But let's get some farmland in here. So what I'm going to do is, now that we've got these farmhouses in, I'm just going to fill in behind the farmhouse. I just feel like it makes the farmhouse look as though it's part of that land, and it does look a lot prettier. and then we're going to go with the same design that we did last time, and then we're going to add the farmhouse at the end. It does use resources, so we do need to keep an eye on that. But there you go, village house is now unlocked. So hopefully some of these houses should start to upgrade. And then once they start upgrading, then we will unlock the tenant houses, basically. So we've basically got to wait for that. We're working our way towards this as well. We need a couple of tenant farmers for that. We're going to be working our way towards the neighbourhood councils. We need to get 700 population. We have got the lumberjack cabins. This will unlock a new type of resource. So let's get a bunch of these in so we can start working towards that. I'm already worried about this lumberjack cabin, where it is in comparison to the actual thing. It seems quite far away, doesn't it? But you know what, we'll stick that there, and we will stick that there. So we've got one on each. So we are creating some new resources called energy this time, and you're going to need this for doing upgrades for certain other buildings and adding other stuff to your cities as and when you build it out. You know, if you're new to the game and you're not quite sure. So, as I said in last episode, we're not just going to be playing this game to kind of unlock all of the items and do all of the, you know, things that the game has to offer. We're actually going to try and create something that's quite nice on the eye as well, aesthetically pleasing. So, you know, it's not just going to be a case of like just throwing stuff in. We want to be quite strategic about it and really think about what we're doing. I've left this gap here because I feel like we could put some nice shops in here at some point, or a park or something. And I'm going to leave some open spaces for parks as well, because I find that, you know, having played the game a little bit now, they look far better when you build blocks of parks out rather than just having, you know, the odd square here and there. We're also going to be working towards the watermill and the dock. But obviously there's lots there, and we're working towards the park. So really the next population milestone we need to hit is obviously 700. We have unlocked these tenant farmers now though, so I guess we could put those in. Now with the tenant farmers, you have to place them over the top of existing land, because they essentially rent the land that's owned by the farmer. That's how they work. So we will get a couple in there, and I think I will put one over here as well. I did not mean to do that. Did I just pause the game? I didn't mean to do that. My finger slipped. And we will put one there as well. So we've got a few tenant farmers in. And then we've got the landlord's house, and this is basically where the landowner's labour lives, but it obviously will produce 200 food and increases our storage of food as well. So it costs 100, it consumes 100 of our building resource, but I think we can risk it for a chocolate biscuit. I think we're okay. What do we need? There seems to be 4 tenant. We need another tenant farmer basically. So let's go to farming, and we will put one. We'll put one over this side, and then we should, in theory, be able to place this in if they're all inside the radius, which they did appear to be. What else am I missing then? No landlord's house within an 8 radius, and 4 or more tenant farmers in a 5 radius, currently 3. Right, so that's 4 there. Right, we'll put it back there. We're going to take a bit of the farmland out to put that in, but we can replace that farmland. And we've got so much going on here that we don't actually need as much land anyway, so we'll put that tenant house there. I actually think the little farm area looks pretty nice, actually, very aesthetically pleasing. So that's the farming done. We don't really need to worry about that, and we really don't need to worry about food now. As a result, we're producing so much food, 834 a month, and obviously we're not consuming near enough of that to be worrying now. So we really can press on with more houses. 700 to get to the neighbourhood council, and then that unlocks the grain silo for us. And then the watermill is 900, and the dock is just over 1,000 basically. So maybe we'll try and work towards that in today's video before we sign out. But the next big one obviously is to just get to 700 in population, and I think I'm going to continue to like build this out in this kind of grid the way I have. So we've got a gap there, so 3, 4, and then we've brought a road down. I'm not going to join that road up. We're going to do it like a bit of a cul-de-sac type road. And then I did 2, didn't I? So I did a smaller space there, and we will join that up, and it actually joins to the bottom of the road, and we'll fill all of this in, and we'll just treat this one here with the bridge. We'll treat this as a main road, and this is where we'll have stuff like shops and things like that. It's all items that you actually unlock as the game goes on. Yeah, we will unlock them kind of at a later date. So let's just fill this out with the housing, really like get that in. Like I say, we've got an abundance of food, so we don't really need to worry too much about that. We can really throw in a good bunch of houses, and it will help us massively. So as you can see, we've now unlocked Villa, which is going to be like an upgrade on your housing. So if I was to click on this, you'll see we can have the wealthy village house. We unlock at 1,300 population. We can get the fisherman's house. We unlock that with a dock and just over 1,000 pop. And with the villa, they have to be built in a particular way. You need your parks to be able to do it, and you can't have a certain amount of residents near them. Basically, with the villas, it's the beginning of building super rich areas, so mansions and stuff like that. So you need to kind of plan them in a certain way. We will build an area like that, but we're not going to worry about it too much at the moment. At the moment, we're just about filling out our city and building towards other things. But all this said, we've unlocked the watermill now, so we can get that put in somewhere. I quite like it on this area here, so I think I'm going to place that there, and that's going to be quite a lovely little thing to look at as you drive across the bridge, isn't it? It's a cool little feature. So we've got our watermill in. Essentially, I believe, if memory serves me correct, the watermill gives you more energy, so it produces more of this energy, which as the game goes on becomes quite an important commodity in the game. As you can see, we've now unlocked more stuff. So nightlife, we're going to be working towards that, and a football pitch, we're going to be working towards that. We need to achieve 8 happiness to get there though. The dock is the one I'd like to get done before we finish today. You know, I'm going to be running this as a kind of regular series until its completion. I can't see it being a lot of episodes, but you seem to enjoy the first episode, so I'm really want to continue with it, you know, if possible, as time goes on. So I think maybe some parks, a little beautification might be quite nice. I feel like this would be the perfect area to do a little beautification, like near the start of the kind of bridge. So I'm actually going to put a few little parks in right there near the bridge area, near the watermill as well, and I think that will add a little something into the area. If you add parks, that helps with your happiness. That is it's a big thing, so you do need to be thinking about it. But parks are one of those things that actually they consume a lot of your building resource. So we've got a real surplus at the moment of 740 a month, but there's lots of things that can take that up, so you need to think about that as you go on. But I guess we should just press on and get some more population. I am worried about the wood situation as well, but we have a big forest back here that we could make the most of. This little one here I'm going to delete out because it's very separate from the rest. So we'll delete this one out here. We'll delete those few trees, get rid of these little single ones as well, and then we can build out another little kind of neighbourhood over here. I think kind of makes sense. But I think what I'm gonna do is, because of the nature of the lumberjack places, they can't be any more than 3 away. So 1, 2, 3. We need a road to be around about there, don't we? So 1, 2. Yeah, so around about there. So if we take this road up to there, that kind of touches on that, and then we will add in another lumberjack and another lumberjack cabin. Just so we're producing a little bit more. The wood is the one thing that I've played the game a little bit to kind of learn a bit more about the game, and it's the one thing I can't get the production rate up quite, you know, very high. But then I've only got to a certain point. I haven't gone past that because I didn't really want to ruin the nature of this series. I want there to still be some surprises as we go along. So this road we're treating as a main road, aren't we? So I feel like this road's going to be sort of semi-main, and then if we bring this one down to about there, we'll leave a 2 gap, and then we'll bring that to there, and then we'll join these roads up. Right, now we can build this area out should we wish. So I'm conscious of obviously our wood hut there, but I don't want to join it up, so I think we'll go there, and then we'll come down to there, and we can pack all this out with houses. We can use this as a road, and we won't join it up. We'll do this as a really different kind of suburb. We'll join that road up there though, and we'll now grab the houses and we'll start to build them out. As I've already said, this is like a bit of a main road, so I'm going to leave it a little more open. So we'll put some houses in there, some houses in there. Got to keep an eye on that food, because I have noticed it is going down with the more houses that we add, so we do have to keep an eye on that. But we seem pretty good, don't we, at the moment? It's just really, we're just working towards getting that increased pop. Let's work all of these houses in, and then what I am going to do is, I know we've got a big surplus of food, but let's just add some farms in just behind that house, just to add a little bit more. Yep, okay. So really, the dock is the thing I want to unlock before. And there we go, just like that, we have unlocked the dock. Now, there's a really cool thing that happens with the dock, and all the houses that are nearby the dock, within the radius, they turn into fishermen's houses, and they are very, very pretty. So I want to get some of these in. So let me just select the dock and see where we can put it. So it can go there. Now what I really wanted was, I wanted the dock around about here, if possible. So I'm going to delete that square, because I felt like it was houses anyway. So the dock, I'm going to put the dock there, and I'm also going to delete that house out. Because I'm going to put a little piece of gravel or a park or something in there to kind of join up to the dock. I think that makes most sense. So I'm going to put a little park there, because I think that just looks really pretty, kind of joining the dock up. As you can see, these houses are changing, and they really, really look nice. They get these little decked areas on them, and it really makes the water's edge, you know, look a lot nicer. The houses really feel part of it. And the dock almost disappears into it because it all matches up. So yeah, I really, really like that. Now, as far as the dock is concerned, that gives you, it consumes resources, obviously, but it allows for the construction of the fishermen's houses. And as time goes on, you actually need different levels of sort of land value houses. So you need some poorer houses and you need some wealthier houses. And the fisherman's house, as you can see, it just needs water in the dock, but it's a different type, basically, of house, and it's just a nice way to kind of make your harbour areas look quite nice. So yeah, that's kind of one of the things we've worked towards. What else should we do in today's episode? We've got this stuff we're going to work towards next. It's 1300. We've got the nightlife. We've got the football pitch, which we're no closer to because of happiness levels. And we've just got, really, it's just a case of filling more houses in. I guess we should just fill all this out down here, see where that gets us with our population. And we'll go from there. We'll really pack this out. There'll be a big housing development in here. and they all upgrade like straight away as well, quite nicely. So go filling out nice. I would imagine that all around the edge they're going to end up all joining up eventually. But yeah, that looks pretty good. So yeah, wealthy village, house, mini market, local market, and the village bar are all now unlocked, gang. So that's something we can do next time, I think. I don't think I want to do everything today. I just wanted to establish this city, and we'll go from there. Basically, nightlife, I think, will help with our happiness. As you can see, it consumes food and building materials. What else did it unlock? You'll see we're going to unlock that. Faith we're working towards as well. That's to do with happiness. I think it was like other parks. Yeah, nice park we've unlocked. Education we've unlocked. That's going to be more stuff that we need to think about. The local market and the mini market. Now, the one thing I do want to get in is the neighbourhood council, but we need a silo before we can do that. But we haven't unlocked the silo because we need another farmhouse. So actually, let's get that done, because then we can really, next episode, not worry about farming. We will have more than enough food, and yeah, we won't really have to worry about the production of food so much. So, and I see that as a positive, to be honest with you. I'm not having to worry about this stuff too much. So let's just I was doing it in 3x6s, wasn't I? So let's just fill that out there with a farm, 3x6, and then we will put a farmhouse in. We'll put the farmhouse. That's a farmhouse there, isn't it? So yeah, let's put the farmhouse so it actually is equal. We'll put that there, and then we'll take a silo, and I think a great place for the silo will be just there, because it's going to fill that little area out at the bottom, and then just because I think it will look good, we'll just fill this out with some extra farmland around the silo. And yeah, we've got more than enough food. 1,185 food a month is basically what we're producing. We can only store 1,700, so we have a huge surplus. We can just build out houses now with absolutely no worries. So that's a really, really good thing. And then we get the neighbourhood council as a result. Now, the neighbourhood council allows you to do city edicts. So you will have different options now to select with, you know, stuff you want to do with your city. Now, I am gonna treat this as a town. This isn't going to be our main city. At a later date, we'll build a really big city, but this is going to be a smaller town, this. So we'll have this neighbourhood council, and we're going to treat this road here that's got the bridge on as the main road. So I'm going to build all of my kind of stuff along here. So I am going to build it on this corner. No, on this corner. I'm going to put it on this corner near the bridge, and that's going to be our neighbourhood council. So we'll put that there. So if I was to show you by clicking on it, it opens up all these policies, and each of the policies has its own effect, positive and negative. So as you can see, common gardens, the effect is it produces 10 more food, but it consumes 5 unskilled workers. You'll get stuff like extended working days. It increases the unskilled labour by 10%, but it decreases the happiness. And happiness is something we can't afford to mess around with at the moment. Reduced working days. Increases happiness by 0.5, but it decreases unskilled workers by 10%. And so on and so on. So you've got all of these, and then you get level 2 and level 3. Now what we will do is we'll have a bit of a deep dive into that next episode. We'll set our first policy for our bustling city to be, but for now I'm going to call that another episode, and I will be sure to save it this time, my friends. But if you've enjoyed this, please consider hitting that subscribe button for much more content like this. Also drop a like on the video as well if you've enjoyed it. That really gives me a good idea of how many of you are enjoying the series, and just like last time, be sure to get involved in the comment section below. But my friends, I am done and dusted. Until then, stay safe, stay humble, and I will see you real soon.